This is God answering Job from the whirlwind. Who is this that questions my wisdom with such ignorant words? Brace yourself like a man, because now I have some questions for you. In other words, he's saying, Job, you've spent 6 chapters questioning me. Now brace yourself like a man, because now I'm about to question you. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you know so much. Who determined its dimensions and stretched out the surveying line? What supports its foundations? And who laid its cornerstone as the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy? Who kept the sea inside its boundaries as it burst from the womb? And as I clothed it with clouds and wrapped it in thick darkness, for I locked it behind barred gates, limiting its shores. I said, this far and no farther will you come. Here your proud waves must stop. Have you, Job, ever commanded the morning to appear and caused the dawn to rise in the east? Have you made the daylight spread to the ends of the earth? Have you explored the springs from which the seas come? Have you explored their depths? Do you realize the extent of the earth? Tell me about it if you know. Job is feeling smaller and smaller and smaller as God shows him just how big he is. Where does light come from? And where does darkness go? Can you take each to its home? Do you even know how to get there? But of course you know all this, for you were born before it was all created, and you are so experienced. Where is the path? He keeps going. Where is the path, Job, to the source of light? Where is the home of the east wind? Who created a channel for the torrents of rain? Who laid out the path for the lightning? In other words, who tells the rain where to fall and the lightning where to strike, Job? Do you? Who makes the rain fall on barren land in a desert where no one lives? Who sends rain to satisfy the parched ground and make the tender grass spring up? Can you, Job, direct the movement of the stars? Can you direct the constellations through the seasons? Do you know the laws of the universe? Can you use them to regulate the earth? Can you shout to the clouds and make it rain? Can you make lightning appear and cause it to strike as you direct? Who gives intuition to the heart and instinct to the mind? Who is wise enough to count all the clouds? Who can tilt the water jars of heaven when the parched ground is dry and the soil has hardened into clods? Can you stalk prey for a lioness and satisfy the young lion's appetites as they lie in their dens or crouch in the thicket? Who provides food for the ravens when their young cry out to God and wander about in hunger? That's just chapter 38. If you read chapter 39 and chapter 40, it's more the same. God just flexing his muscles and showing Job. God showing Job just how big he is proves to be Job's greatest comfort in the end. His greatest comfort. If Job had a fault, it's that he talked too much. And now for the first time, Job is quiet. He is silenced by a storm of questions. Before God spoke, Job couldn't talk enough. After God spoke, Job couldn't talk at all. God asks Job a series of questions that expose Job's limitations in knowledge and power. God reminds Job that he and the world he lives in is created and governed by God. God shows that he rules over the earth, the sea, the sun, the light, the snow, the rain, the lightning, the ice, the planets, the clouds, the animals, everything. God leaves nothing unsaid regarding his overarching command of all things. God shows that he is the source of all knowledge, that he is the source of all strength, that he is the source of all reality. These verses remind us that God does not do something because it is just. Something is just because God does it. He sets the standard. These verses remind us that we are limited in every way while God is not limited in any way. He's the creator, we're the creatures. He's big, we're small. He's omniscient, which means that he knows all, past, present, future at the same time. He's omnipotent, which means he's all powerful. There's nothing more powerful than God. He's omniscient, which means that he is present throughout his universe. He's not bound by space and time. He created space and time. He is everywhere, always. That's God.